upon thy people
Exactly.
Israel.
Right.
In Daniel 9:25.
Yeah, that's us. Ma, Maya, she, all those are the Egyptian words. Mashiach, Masa'ah, Makdi. Those are Egyptian words. It just means in time. What's called? You got two Messiahs. You got the priestly Messiah, which is the priesthood, and you got the royal Messiah. The royal Messiah is all the people, and the priestly Messiah is the priesthood. Elijah was the priestly Messiah. You understand what I'm saying? But the Messiah who is to come is within all of us. You see what I'm saying? Now there might be a Christ figure, but by no means are you supposed to follow the Christ figure. You're supposed to be a model in what you're supposed to be like the Christ figure. That's like a nigga say, I got the gas, and y'all pick up the damn cans and let's go burn down the building. You see, and if you're dealing with esoteric with the priest, that Kabbalah is the esoteric. And if you're dealing with it from the Kabbalistic perspective, see, you can't deal with it. See, you have the scriptorial thing of the Zohar, and you have the Torah, which is more what you call exoteric. Then you deal with the Zohar, which is the scripture, but when you deal with the Kabbalah, when you get to the essence of the Kabbalah, it's the breakdown of the body. That's why we have the Kabbalah, and that's why in the book, on the first page, they show you the man in the damn tree of life. And if you ain't dealing with it on that, you still grazing the surface. You dealing with the doggone, it's about you. You the God. And you should have no God that you're supposed to worship. Tell you what I'm talking about. We call up on the entities. The entities will play games with you. They'll lie to you and do all kind of stuff. You're like, what the hell going on? I know this is wrong. I say, man, the hell with you, I'm going to do what I want to do. They go, yeah, you're right, you're supposed to do that. I say, but why did you tell me this? They say, we just giving you our opinion. And I was trying to understand why were these deities that I was calling upon, why were they doing this? And what they were trying to tell me, you're supposed to know better. There's two levels on we deal. If you come at us as a worshiper, then you got to follow us. If you come at us as a realization that you want us, then hey, you do what the hell you want to do. It's that's the way it is. It's like an adult. You come with your mama like an adult. You understand what I'm saying? You got to bow down. But if you come like a child, you got to bow down. She tell you not to go out on Friday night, you can't go out on Friday night. If you come up in there like a grown person, and you are grown, and you raise yourself, laughing at you. You see what I'm saying? That's the same thing. As above, so below. As within, so without. The same laws apply out here, apply down. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is, despite what people say today in what particular group, they're dealing with it on a mundane level, they don't get it. It's about you. And if you ain't thinking about raising yourself up, you still haven't learned the certain things about certain gates of understanding. And the first gates of understanding, you have to follow the deities. And you pray to the deities. Because when you raise yourself up from a dead level to a living perpendicular, the deities become your servants. Why is that? Because you inherited the throne, and so the deities is like the wind and the elements. So if you want to make it rain here, boom, you send the deity out there. Using the sun as your flames and the winds as your doggone sword. That's right. You see what I'm saying? And this is the mouth of God coming from your voice. And what you speak into existence, you can make if you know the real powers to make it into reality. And all that kind of thing. So yield to God. There ain't no stuff, all the niggas up there, all the ones that you call and all the people you praying to. They just like you. They just like a nigga out there on the corner. You see what I'm saying? They're your brothers and sisters. But if you come to them that way, all power is given. You come to them worship, and you got to wait on them. They say, I might want to sleep another 1,000 years. Boom. Damn y'all. And that's the way it goes. And if you read the Yoruba, you'll see how the deities trip on each other. Why do they say that? You read the Yoruba, you'll see they be messing up. They be acting just like niggas. Now why is it, so when a Christian read that, or some Hebrew, that's some old paganistic, messed up stuff. No. That's the essence on why do the European people do that? Show how the damn Obatala and all them fight against each other. Because they're trying to show you the human spirit, to show you that the gods is you. And yield to gods. And they try to show you the element is not this unapproachable type of deity that keeps you in bondage. Right. You see what I'm saying? It keeps you in bondage. So they try to show you this, so therefore you can become like them because you understand The level on how they function. What's that, brother?
Here's the question I had. I'm going to stay
Yeah.
right with you on this. There was a time when I claimed I am God.
Yeah.
And so forth. But what I came to understand is this. There's like a thin line between spirituality and then just going and saying.
Right. Yeah.
I believe inside I am God.
Right.
But the minute I proclaim it from my lips, it puts you almost in a space where there's almost no humility sometimes.
Well, see, that's what it is. Yeah, and that's the key. The key is this. The key is this. That's why I only speak a certain way to certain people. I already look spirit tell me, if I start hollering the top of this shell explodes, I don't care what happens. If that water hits that down there, it's the ocean. So when they talk about the many gods, the white boy couldn't understand that. When he came in, he thought they was worshiping many gods. And he didn't understand that the Africans and the ancient Egyptians and the ancient Hebrews, and I don't care what, let me tell you something.
Come on now.
Name a religion and I'll show you where they got. I'll show you where they got mixed in. The Christians got many gods, they just call them angels to fool your ass. So it used to be the netters. Then they break them up into St. John, St. James, Michael, Samuel, Gabriel, Raphael, Haniel, Boobiel, Lachiel. That's 72 archdemons. Archangels, 72 archangels of 72 archangels of doggone of Enoch. And it's the same 72 archangels of Ptah in Egypt. So what it is, what they call the different ones, what it is another person's religion not having the respect for another person. Because by that time, socialization get into it. And what happens is, back in that particular time, what happened was this here. Let's say that if I'm you in a religion, and I say, no, you need to come over to my side. And you go, well, hell, why I got to come over to your side? I already got my religion. If mine is the same as yours, what the hell I got to come with you? So the thing about it is, what the other ones, to get the other followers in, they had to condemn the other ones as creatures of Satan and evil. So then, the Egyptians come evil to the Hebrews. That's a fallout fight between us. And then the Jews, the Hebrews, become evil to the Christians. And then the Islam talk about all this kind of thing, and that's political. So when they say many gods, but I want to ask you a question. Just like Asa Heed asked. Let's say you did worship. Let's say that you did worship many gods. What's wrong with that? The only reason why you think it's something wrong with because you read something in a damn book with that. You ain't got no historical basis.
And you worship the white man anyway.
What's wrong with that? That many people, what's wrong with that? If this universe is one under God's name, so that's contradiction. We are all one. Everything in the world, God is everywhere. 99 attributes. So if you did worship one, that means that you worshiping the same God, because you worshiping an apple. If I'm worshiping a damn toe, I got to be worshiping the foot. And I got to be worshiping the ankle. I got to be worshiping the ass.
That's right.
What's wrong with that? The only reason it is because, see, think about it, we have been conditioned in one scripture. And he who knows one book knows none. And so we just think something wrong with that.
What's your understanding with regard to the aspect of creation and, formation of intelligent life on this planet?
Let me tell you, this is the information
or you feel it's evolving, or...
No, it ain't evolving. We fell from one level. It went like this. At first there was one creation. Now, I'm going from you Hebrew, right? Well, let's deal with the Kabbalah. Yeah, that's the thing about it. You deal with a nigga can go into your shit. That's the thing about it. That's the thing about it. If you Hebrew, if you Arab, you ain't dealing with a nigga though for one thing, because I don't get into one thing. I'm going to go into your shit. God, make it simple. Let's go. Deal with Philip Asberg and dealing with the Zohar. The Zohar tells you that there was one complete light. And in that light, in the essence, first there was darkness. And in the darkness, same as the Egyptians. First there was darkness. And from the darkness, they created one complete light. And that light, there was no void. There was no dualism, was no confusion. But that light became 100 degrees of what it's supposed to be. So the light says, in order to create, I'm going to retract myself. And I'm going to fall. And I'm going to go into darkness. But when I go into darkness, I'm going to create the physical, basically, And I'm going to separate myself and I'm going to hide myself in all the physical. That's called the hidden Messiah. I'm in the hidden Messiah. In the Dead Sea Scrolls, it's called the hidden God. In the book of Enoch, it's called the hidden God. And from the hidden God, I'm going to hide myself and I'm going to die. And that's when you crawl into the physical. And I'm going to stay dormant like a caterpillar. And then I'm going to have a metamorphosis stage. That's Kephra. That's the dove in Hebrewism. Man, I'm telling you, I done studied it all. Because I claim it all as me. I'm a Muslim, I'm a Hebrew, and I'm all that. It's just that when you study esoterically, hell, that's damn near 5 creation stories in the Hebrew myth alone.
That's right. That's right.
See what I'm saying?
400 plus.
You say Hebrew, you say what's called? Have you studied the Enochians?
No.
Have you studied the Kabbalah? There's the Kabbalah, there's the Enochians, there's the Torah. You see what I'm saying? There's other texts. There's the keys